I'm Krystyne Cheever, and welcome to the All Friends Cabaret, a variety show that connects you with your community. And as always, we want you to be a part of it. Do you sing? Do you dance? Do you act? Do you have that special organization you're raising funds for? Well, at the end of every program, I invite you to get in touch with me to become a part of the All Friends Cabaret. Hi there, I'm Krystyne Cheever, and welcome to the All Friends Cabaret. On tonight's show, we are raising awareness, and what we are doing tonight is we have two volunteers from Phinney's Friends, and they are an organization in Boston that helps low-income people in the Boston area keep their pets. And to tell us all about it is Daniela Carride and Jill Governor. So Daniela, I'll start with you. Tell me how this organization came to be, because it's named after William Phinney. That's correct, right?
Yeah, thank you for having us
Yes.
over, Krystyne. And yes, Phinney's Friends started in 1996 as a program of the MSPCA. This program was in honor of Bill Phinney, who was a law enforcement officer at the MSPCA. And when he got sick, he had AIDS, he got very sick, and he had to surrender his pets. And that was really heartbreaking because he was saving all these animals.
Because he worked there for what, like over 20 years, I understand.
Yes.
Long time.
Yes, and he was very loved by the community.
Mm-hmm.
So when he died, the MSPCA wanted to honor him, and then they founded this program at the MSPCA to help HIV and AIDS people keep their pets.
Okay.
And you know that among HIV and AIDS people, it's really sad, but community still rejects them because of their disease.
Okay.
So most of the times, it's amazing the relationship that they build with their animals, and many times their pets are the only friends they have.
Okay.
You know, they are really important because animals don't judge you. You know, you can look the way you look. You can be very poor or sick. It doesn't matter. They're going to love you for who you are.
So who rallied around this cause right when he passed away? Because it must have been, was it those in the MSPCA, or how it was born? Okay,
yes,
that was how it was born.
The MSPCA opened this program, and they started helping families with HIV. Years later, around 2006, the program expanded to help the elderly.
Okay.
Yes, and that was wonderful because, of course, these people also needed a lot of help when they are hospitalized, you know, so the program was helping more people, and it was a great cause.
And I understand that during the economic downturn that the MSPCA had to not back out, but it probably the organization suffered a bit.
It was very unfortunate, but in 2009 the MSPCA had to cut the program, and they have to terminate the program because of lack of funding.
Okay.
So at that time I was one of the volunteers.
Yeah, what is your role? Tell me your role.
Yes,
right now.
well, I started as a volunteer at the MSPCA program. And later, when the MSPCA shut the program, a group of volunteers, me included, we sat on a table like this one, and we discussed what we were going to do because we didn't want to see all of those people not having more any of the services that the program offered. So we first looked for an organization that could absorb us, and it didn't work, unfortunately, because just as the MSPCA, other organizations were going through a lot of problems.
Yes.
And also, not necessarily our mission had something to do with the mission they had. So in the end, we realized that we needed to help, we needed to found a new organization. So we decided to open this organization and call it Phinney's Friends to keep the name so people could recognize us.
Yes, no, that's great. And Jill, how did you get introduced to Phinney's Friends?
I was also introduced to it through the MSPCA.
Okay.
And I've always loved animals, and I've never been able to have a dog, so I decided dog walking was one of the benefits that originally one of the big Phinney's Friend benefits. So I figured this would be a great opportunity. So I actually went through MSPCA, went through the training,
Right.
and ended up with a couple of clients and got to walk dogs on my lunch break. And
Oh, okay.
it's
And so
taken
let's-
off since from
Okay.
there.
And so let's go to the services that it
Yes.
offers, because it offers quite a bit, the dog walking. So if someone is ill and they are in the hospital, give an example of how you would step in and help them out.
Okay, first of all, when we started the organization as an independent nonprofit, we decided that we didn't want to help only sick people. We were getting calls from a lot of people, and many of them were only low income, and they, for some reasons, they could not care for their pets anymore, and they needed help. So we decided, hey, even if you're not sick and you need help, why
I see, it's a
aren't
low
we-
income focus.
Yes.
Because right, if
Exactly.
if you're going on vacation and you can put your dog in the cat, yes.
So
you're-
you can pay for
Yes,
it.
yes.
You don't
so
need
it's
us.
a focus for that.
Yes.
So it's evolved over the years.
Exactly.
from-
We expanded the services to anyone who is low income in the
Okay.
Boston area. We cover inside the I-495 belt,
Okay.
because with time we realized we couldn't go any further right now. We don't have the volunteers to go any further because our work is very work intensive, and we're going to talk about this now, you know, the services.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have small animal services. So you would even take on a ferret.
Yes.
Which they slightly scare me, but that's okay. so but the volunteering aspect, so you have the two aspects of it. You have people calling in who need your services, and then you need volunteers.
Exactly.
So Jill, you told me that right now that you had some training. What did that consist of?
It just mainly consisted of how to interact with animals that you've not interacted with before, how
Okay.
to deal with the owners, how to be discreet, things of that nature.
Okay, and can a volunteer say, I just want to walk a dog, or I just like to clean out a cage or something? That's exactly
yes.
what you can do.
We want people to be doing whatever is fulfilling for them, you know, and people have their strengths. So, for example, if you love dogs and you want to walk dogs, then go walk dogs. But, for example, if you, let's say, are a secretary and you have a lot of skills in the administrative services, you can also volunteer your services to organize our database, for example.
Right.
So if you're a photographer, you can take pictures of the
okay.
animals.
You really are welcome to have
Exactly.
any volunteer
Yes.
with a different skill
yeah.
set. Now, so then comes the time, how do you find that a lot of people are reaching out to you who are low income or who are having a hard time? How have you found, because I find your website is very full of great letters to thanking the organization, so you are getting the word out, obviously, and just full of detail. So do you find that you're getting the outreach to those who need it? They're able to reach out to you? Is that
Well,
the question?
Unfortunately, we have much more calls than we can actually take in.
Oh,
There are
really?
a lot
Oh,
of people that
okay.
we cannot help because, you know, we are very, very small organization.
How many volunteers do you have now?
We have, let's say, 50 volunteers.
You need a little more, Quincy. Come on.
Yes, and most of them work full time,
Yes.
so
Yes.
you know they can volunteer just a little bit, and we are very grateful for it. You know, but very few volunteers can give a lot of their time. So we need a lot of volunteers to be able to help people in many ways.
Right, right. And so so you're currently the president.
Yes.
now. So are you working with families directly? What is your role at are you dog walking, right? Are you doing everything?
Oh, wow.
Jack of all trades, right?
Exactly.
That's a loaded question.
Yes.
I should
Well, in the beginning, I was visiting people who had cats, and I would go every month to trim their nails, the cats' nails. And actually, it's a lot of fun because you get to know these people and you make a lot of friends. These people became my friends, actually.
Right.
So yes, that's what I was doing, and then I started doing more things because I thought, hey, we could do this and we could do that, and I got involved with the organization, the founding of the new organization, and creating all the programs. So I said, we can do this and do that. So I started strategizing more, and now I became the president. So I've been doing a little bit of everything,
right.
Like working with clients, working with volunteers, and taking them in the organization, training them, and doing a lot of forms. We have to create all the forms from scratch.
Yes.
You know, and there's a lot of paperwork involved too with veterinarians that partner with us. But
yes,
we can
and
talk
which
about
leads
that
into
too.
sponsorship. Again,
Yes.
within your website, you see a load of sponsors that that support you. Hudson Animal Hospital, animal shelters, Petco.
Yeah.
Give me an example of how you have a lot of support.
Not as much as we need. But yeah, what happened is that when we started, Krystyne, we inherited all those clients, and we didn't have any money, and we had really few volunteers. So we needed to help all those people. And so we started reaching out to people, to companies, to veterinarians. And now what we do is we help in many ways. So for example, we have regular clients. These are our first clients in the organization that we help on a regular basis. So we help them with cat services, cleaning the litter box, trimming cats' nails. We also help with dog services, so dog walking like
Yes.
Jill does.
Yes.
You know, and all kinds of things, nail trims too,
Yes.
or you know, this regular
Vet
care,
visits.
just to check if the person is okay, because many of our clients are also very sick. So sometimes they need help on a regular basis just to make sure
And
that
that
the
probably that
animals.
interpersonal
Exactly.
touch. And Jill, that's where you come in. We were talking the other day about how it's not only about the dog walking for you, right?
Right.
You have really established some nice relationships, right?
Yeah, like Daniela says, you know, you see these people every week, and you build relationships, and time goes by, and my oldest client, I hate to say client, they are more friends, but I've been with them for 5 years now, so it's great.
And
you know, you're a
hasn't
big
it-
part in their life, and they're a big part in your life.
And you get to know each other, and didn't
Exactly.
you hang out one afternoon? Just
Yeah, I've gone to breakfast, you know, with clients, and then it's funny because I'll say, "Oh, time's a waste, and I got to go back and walk some dogs." So, you know, go back and walk their dogs. But yeah, you really do get to know these people, and like Daniela says, a lot of them are in failing health. So even the friendship that you have with the owner helps to relax them and build the trust, so that then they trust you with your pet, and that's one less thing for them to worry about.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
One of the most important things of Phinney's Friends, that